okayfm 101.7.
Na honorable Gov't Akandor ewa amaso na ye ne nkomo MP for Dwaboso ranking member Health Committee of Parliament. Honorable Machi.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Minia.
Nimpomuti saying.
Namia Dumo Boko.
What a aban anamontu a watuo say wo kidney disease no. A free year 18 eba form no for the next 6 months no okwa free. And now what the 60 years and above for next 6 months no free. Government is so able roll up comprehensive plan for all chronic diseases. And come at you saying
Kwame, at the Pebia or may ye Pessia Yeno. May I rush near the populism, near the partisan politics. I person yamu advantage in near rush near their say no. Nyabotrenity, Sanko Mui Pano Bia Uchibiano, Untien ye. Kwame, you will maimu, and you who say. One more renal challenges, no, more bread. To mean cost of dialysis. Actually, they don't even have access to the dialysis machines. Into a whole region view of what dialysis machine the crown one crown no money be. Actually, more moving no numbers no reduce and reduce. The crime was for these over Kaya Compa not here a buy. OPD one year in Comono. In the Companoche from 2016 and no more by 8. After the time and net minimum. But after the time and I no mean doing home Comono. Naka 1.5. Come so Kaisa and Comono.
2 abekam, yeah.
But you're okay. If you who say that is a seminal, a Nima me no. So we are buying now Utu 1 number 1. Utu me holistically. Nima me in Bako a access. And about the cost of the dialysis. Nti aban was a utu anamo. Kwame dies as a menu yeni won komo kwanye di won komo bebru num beboana. Nti edru babino na akwese say yen minority for where the lone ranger na ye advocate for sadie no. And so be kaya aban the then minister responsible for health. Ebe can say aban A200 among absorb the cost of dialysis. And then I hear him say, in fact, at the time he mentioned the National Health Insurance Scheme. And no anything koda. Nipa na aban na was free all the absorb the total cost no. Yet the parliament not from the executive no. From the agencies to the Ministry of Health to the Ministry of Finance to Parliament, omodi proposals about some person to the cost of dialysis. Even a person or absorb no. And also, you to one amount could do baby, and also you come over and also was it. Emma, none we are a call emergency beside every brings that matter up. I mean, who said that thing was done in error. And your Parliament and the two. Now, Kwame, your one National Health Insurance Authority D1 formula a buy for 2024. Say, Yenvenia approval momo. Kwame, your share formula no, if we see a copy formula. Not that is assembly in 10 years. There was no mention, no provision whatsoever was made for dialysis, the cost, I mean, the expenses of dialysis. And you catch almost say, for the past 1 year, you didn't come more dialysis than one. It is a more formula say, but we're expecting say, and at least you bring more babies how. Into back and forth, no more mobile budget now is tight. Me insist on it. Say it will be one of the conditions that the approval formula. Jomonfa and sim. I am speaking on your radio, meaning Nipadudua ATM, including members of Parliament. And nobody can say that they're making Kenyan correct. Nobody, including CEO Odanwa Opinion Odanwa Homanzo.
There be.
Very.
You are talking about Parliament in your say.
Debbie, no, he was there. On the different man by.
Okay, me too.
On the different man by. And in fact, what we do in Parliament, he said, yeah, the different man by, because he was any audience in Parliament, you break it into what we call committee of the whole. The committee of the whole, or no see only address it. But that's the mechanism. Hello. Hello.
Meet your power.
Aha. Yeah, this same no. Yeah, you can say 2 million Ghana citizens. Now 2 million Ghana citizens is woefully inadequate. 8 cycles in Kolebu alone, no, 40 even more than 2 cycles. And see, omoko ye rifemuna no mu say the Oka dialysis patients are one who hear dialysis now. Kwame, maybe I must send you data from Ghana, I think Ghana Renal Report. Data actually say the people below, and this is where the deception is, and sometimes I wonder why we do this to our own people. The people below 18 and the people above 69, they are not more than 20% of the total people who have dialysis.
But said the doctor can bibia ewo na shase na then you build it up.
There is a problem. Yes, so we need a solution. And you see, my problem here is the health insurance authority pretending to say they are standing in for government. The National Health Insurance Scheme is a special purpose vehicle. And I dare say this, Kwame, mark it on the wall. If they don't keep quiet and concentrate on their core mandate, now say BPR for political purposes, the scheme will collapse. So in this case,
ma omu rolu nipa na apokra emwa dialysis for no yempa kwanfo for so
National Health Insurance Scheme na kasa with the challenges and no asabu mu say press conference be both the committee HCI delay in release money at the end and also another conversation into there's weight on the scheme already. I sit on the committee and I know it as I speak to you now. I buy Duomoka about 2.4 billion, excluding from March, and in fact, that 2.5 billion from July last year to February this year. I don't quite no. Until from March, I have come May, no, I don't quite count one. So it tells you the weight on the insurance already. There's a conversation. So there's a
honorable say offer advisor. Minimum bresono how anamo amutu fa ho de. But say offer advisor. Gasa abaka say.
You offer advisor. I sometimes more bresono. I don't want us to. We are. I'm the ranking member on the health committee now. And
the chair na me bisa saade no
me offer advisor the mechanic say I was a buying a comprehensive roll out a comprehensive sustainable way of financing the dialysis
any wa kana no person ombe
no as I
say ebeba within that 6 months no aban will roll out on all chronic diseases.
No, the CNO or a minister responsible for health, right?
No, minister, NHIA, National Health Insurance CEO.
Okay, if you say, the Bible ruling, no, or my catch and say, or be ruling on the National Health Insurance Authority or know what the reductions over Nana. Is that the point he's making? You see, more advice on your casa, no, on your German. National Health Insurance. You will be any casa de BBC. He gets himself into problems. You should advise him. Obia will tell me the answer, advise him. He's not a minister, he's not a deputy minister.
Honorable.
And he's not supposed to be announcing government policies to us.
Honorable. Yes. Mami Musa question you. Womu edi abeshana suye. Hold on, meba. Womu di abeshana suye. Enti say na aban through the ministry say wo yo. Enti mo nkasa ho.
Kwame, asma me Kenya, am say won tiase.
Amen tiase enti kire mase.
Tie. Me say Kwame in the first place no. Sikana yen ye de say ono ni form na di mo no. Cannot roll out a comprehensive dialysis program.
And also want to say me say or say aban.
And I say not until say there is that abiding policy, no. And he's not fit to communicate abiding policy. You, as far as we are concerned now, he's fit to communicate on that 2 million under him now. Unless you are telling me,
when you feed and I brief from the substantive minister.
Yes, briefer. And yes, brief will be said the requirement. No, my brief will be in parliament. And now, sorry, I can't want them.
There be me bajo. Eti or can want sema or the authority to speak on.
Or the authority to speak on what is under him. That is clear.
Eti me bajo me bo.
When you member of parliament.
Eti bajo me bo. Me bajo me bo. Me busa the question say. Yes, it says sikano is for a period. You say ane na bibia mo sha se a mo be sha se kakra na aban
Kwame.
There was no problem no.
Let us not speculate. I will describe it as speculation.
No. Please be fair to the man.
Kwame.
Let
us not speak into adia will be say ye kasi ye koni ma amafo de o manu akasa on beye dia.
Me ba cho asema walk in the stead of government to say aban kura no agu hye so say what the comprehensive plan.
You know through why you become wasem.
Oh, okay.
I know through why as I speak to you now and not my and
Uber can say onyai kasa no onye adwuma nam say say wo so me no kasa.
Say, and I don't know why you are disagreeing with me on this principle. Very simple. We are CEO, Yamal BB. As far as I'm concerned now, we are giving you some money to roll out a certain policy. Okay, and no betting I can wasem. Stop communicating government policies that you're implementing.
But it's his will to communicate. And no, now because won't stop it.
It is what?
Because I also for your ranking member also stop talking. Mobile committee and I'm so now.
Ignorant. As far as the parliamentary democracy is concerned, the Kase will be the ranking member on the health committee. He is a spokesperson on behalf of the minority on health. What you say? But what you say?
Me too.
So anything health, anything in this country, health.
Matthias,
the comparison is entirely wrong.
Matthias, but I mean, my maybe can say.
I'm saying, what did he be a Dania Samla kind of coin? Into the kind is a number one. Sasikana, Yadiko say, Sagi Mono. Number one. He has absolutely no knowledge about this matter. He was not in parliament, he's not a member of parliament, he didn't insist. If there's any new government policy, I don't have a problem. Let them communicate it and let's all discuss and let them roll it out. But this one, I say it on authority that it didn't emanate from the executive, and that must be made clear. Number two.
What dance, Pacho? Hold on. What dance, free?
Kwame, me see. Midna me approve parliament budget, national health insurance formula. Now formula no buy, and I'm speaking on authority, and you can ask any member of parliament.
It's a government policy, you know.
Okay.
It's a government policy, you know.
Oh, Kwame, and the president now man come I didn't.
Now there be any questions na me busa
wada. Question is, a government policy is being implemented in my parliament, and yen yama abang so motu it's being implemented in Binono.
Edi mi bajo sa baby a wo mayi wo ma free mu say 918 and eba form no ene
Ubisa question na.
Obi adi 60 years. Ebatoba. Obi adi 60 years.
Question na. Na say ka eba. No say ko bisa for no jump.
Dem Ebatoba.
Because they want to start the conversation.
Omo tibatiase. Ebatoba.
What bisa say a government policy. Now in my attempt to explain to you say yet government policy am betimi atsena abakese mu ateke implement.
Eti bajo me bo.
Government policy or the proposal about parliament.
Me bajo han ti na me bisa say abaya from so de buy.
Okay, you come for the aircon.
Me ba. Abaya from so de buy because na say ke ba parliament me bo.
Okay.
Abaya from so na say ba parliament me bo.
The anya from so and abayin aye and there was a parliament mako implement. Me try will say Kwame Bacho Nyabu trepa don't be prejudiced. Yeah,
your question.
There are two things. Either say you are prejudiced or you are refusing to understand. It's very simple and basic.
You know, enya me nkwan mpese metiase o. Me pese me listeners na hwe fortiase.
So what you say obeja sa interjections we near na conversation na flow. Why you say either say one tiase or you are prejudiced.
No, never. You know I'm a learned person. You know.
I am
honorable.
Yes.
You know I'm a learned person and I've been in the public service for a long period. You know, I be a winning me background in here.
There become main car say when you're learned, I have not doubted your capacity on this conversation. I have not doubted. But say I have mentioned two things. Either you are prejudiced or you are refusing to understand. These are the two things I have mentioned. So whether you are learned or not, these two things are applicable. I have not doubted your capacities or your memory. I don't really care about
Mami baby my prejudice no. Be a help. But Mami baby my prejudice na be a help conversation no.
Very good. Kwame, the person Otiasi and say a formula every year Parliament and they approve. And it could well be say, oh, a bank say young person idea when say formula it emanates the proposal is coming from government. Because they are by policy. One, no. Now, may make sure say, Kwame, you did formula ne buy no. There was absolutely no mention of cost of dialysis in it. And again, as members of parliament, you insist, even it was a back and forth, you can ask any member of parliament who was on the floor at the time. Any SSC, and no more the same. And no more the same.
It's a moment, what would it be shame?
But
and what was the budget?
It was around 2 million.
2 million, okay.
Yes. And no more the same. We have approved budget items for one of it be a corporate social responsibility, be a way we have approved various budget IMO. Somebody say you know. And I'm not saying who say Omukakoye actuaries know the mathematics who say okay. This is what the money can afford. They make me afford below 18 years and above 60. No problem, absolutely no problem as far as the scheme is concerned. I don't have a problem. My problem is that the government, especially when the vice president is communicating as though the solution has come. I'm drawing Ghanaians' attention, but the Ghana phone at the AC to say, problem is solved because you got about 80% of the problem. You're solving 50%. In this year, we should be looking for solution for the 80%. That's all my conversation. And again, I can't tell you, Kwame, even with this arrangement, Vice President I can put in, it's an ad hoc arrangement. And you ad hoc knee-jerk reaction. And you're sustainable. And you're sustainable
because... Papa ne say, a buying within the 6 months.
A buying say, or the sustainable one, never buy. That is what I'm calling for. The government should bring that to therapy court. We are in an election year. It's about 6 months again to cover, so such that it can take us out of the elections. If there is any comprehensive one, government can roll out that comprehensive one to even swallow this ad hoc one. This is what I'm saying.
Okay.
That is the cost. Also, the catch us in the 9 year, the cost and the assets. Kwame, we are not even discussing the assets at all. How somebody in the Western North can get access to dialysis machine, we have not even gone there. You're discussing, How somebody in the Upper West can get access to dialysis machine and not. So we should be discussing the two at the same time. So I can say, me and my vice president, they roll out this policy. They are top dialysis machines. APR, Mako 300. We are distributing that machines into a district hospital, regional hospitals, teaching hospitals. In the next assets no, and your problem team. These are the comprehensive programs, sir.
Minim say ebra mo wa ban mu na wonye health na mamusa question we wanya literature bi akan a bi a mo penso no so no anamontu bi course sa.
Fantastic. I least expected this question, but me no. Yeah, that questions were say conversation. It moves it into the realm of NDC MPP, but I'll take my time. Na me you no. Under the NDC regime, they were not building brick and mortar for the sake of health facilities. There was a program, near Feno, hospital equipment replacement program. A buying a koto equipment. So the kaya those days, you say MRI, you say hospital material equipment in the. So the government made that effort to distribute hospital equipment. At that time, they gave confirmation 8 dialysis machines at that time. They say I'm not going to say minimum and let's say you money new one I can't want. But at the time the discussion came up, Naka 2 or 1.5. So there was a comprehensive program on replacing hospital equipment or health equipment in those health facilities under the erstwhile NDC regime. But let's even assume I've given you the answer, and I know, and I can refer you to appropriate a bit to justify that. But you see, if so we don't have access to dialysis machines, the cost of dialysis, why don't you ask me, say, that time you transfer for dialysis? Why don't you ask me that question? So when you begin to ask this question,
question it was holistic.
No problem. The fact that we didn't have access to dialysis machines then or hospital equipment then does not necessarily mean say they need access.
I'm not saying
case, that was not the case.
No. I mean, can't say much can't was. That
is the answer I have given you. That there was a comprehensive program like that. If you come in, let me catch you, and this is not the first time I make us answer. Sabi. But Pastor the prayer may take Chiamuna, make it catch Kamu, maybe you can have a to community. And you may tell you.
Oh, my idea.
Look, sometimes we get results out of what we do. And I'll give you one example. Now, last week, the woman now discussing here. Not a car and many health insurance. When we began, we are making headways. So we are beside one and now in what we are making headways. We brought pressure, and that is my responsibility as a ranking member. So I'm not holding the public face. What I can do is to bring pressure to government to do the needful and I'm
sanity.
Yes. So it's not about say. Sometimes people take it personal too much. But we will do a 20 idea. We will do our best under the circumstances. So that effort to defend at all costs, I don't know if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I am wrong.
Yeah.
But when I'm not wrong and people are pushing me to be wrong, that's why you know I'll never.
There be and the own tiasi, Brack of Nantiasi. Mammy, now I say no pay. Honorable Community Akandor MP for Jabuso, ranking member, Health Committee of Parliament, and I know Action Common. Nana, what do you say?
okayfm 101.7.